Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is humility. Now, for the next couple of months, we're going to be using a theme based on the concept of Wu De. Wu De in Chinese means martial morality or martial virtue. The concepts of Wu De are tightly entwined with the practice of Wushu, martial arts. The first portion we're going to be dealing with, the first 5 weeks, we're going to talk about the 5 actions, the 5 deeds that express our martial virtue. And this is not just intrinsic to Chinese martial arts. In Japanese, a lot of people have heard of Bushido. That's the samurai's code, their warrior's code. But we're going to talk about the Chinese version of this, since I teach Chinese martial arts. It makes absolute sense to do it this way. But let's first start with the concept of virtue when we talk about martial virtue. There's a quote by David Jordan, a scientist, who says, "Wisdom is knowing what to do, virtue is doing it." So the actions are quite important, and humility is one of the first ones that we want to express. Martial arts takes a great deal of work to create a high level of skill. That's why we use the word gong fu or kung fu to describe Chinese martial arts, because it literally means a skill that you get through time and hard work. So it doesn't come overnight. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of hard work. But often people lose sight of the importance of humility. You see, martial arts is not about trying to make yourself better than someone else. It's about trying to make yourself the best you can be. Humility, by definition, means that we do not think of ourselves higher or better than another person. So as a martial artist, it is very important that we understand that the only person we're truly competing with is ourselves. And that our job as a warrior, our job as a martial arts master, is to be a servant, to be of service to other people. As a teacher, that is my calling, is to give what I have, give the gifts that I have, give the knowledge and the experience that I've gained through my years of training, and give it to others, and to help them to achieve their goals. So as a master of martial arts, hoping to be a master of Wu De, the idea should be not to measure your success on the things that you have done for yourself, but the success that you have, the value that you have, is by what you have been able to give to others. It's about improving your life so that you have the power to improve the lives of many. It's the willingness to sacrifice yourself, because that was a big part of being a martial artist in the old days of protecting your village. You had to be willing to lay your life down for the good of others. So that cannot be a proud thing, because if you feel that you are the most important and the heck with everybody else, then it would be very easy in those situations to say, hey, I'm not risking myself for these people. Right? It's the humility of saying that my life is given in service to others, and that I will do what I must do. I will sacrifice what I must sacrifice for the greater good. And that comes from a level of understanding and humility, understanding that we all have unique gifts, we all have our own place in the universe, and that none of us is more important than anyone else in the grand scheme of things. We are all equally important. And our goal should be to develop ourselves to our greatest potential so that we can more effectively contribute to the world, that we can contribute more to our community, right? That we can raise others up and we can support others, because this is the showing of our true nature, right? So as a martial artist, we always want to be humble. We always want to understand that it's through our hard work that we've attained things, but our hard work alone could not do it. We need the help of other people. We need our teachers. We need the motivation and the information from other people to help us to achieve anything that we achieve. And then it is required of us to be able to turn around and return that to others, and to do it in a spirit of humility. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this week's lesson. I hope you continue to follow us as we talk about the other major characteristics of martial virtue in action. All right, hope to see you next week.